Aloha everyone, this is Cindy from Stamped with Aloha. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a variety of projects that I designed using products from Stampin' Up's He's the Man suite. So let's go ahead and get started on today's projects. Well, first of all, the featured stamp set from this suite is called He's All That. So I'll be using several images from this set. And then the designer series paper that I'm going to use is called He's the Man Specialty Designer Series paper. Now, as you can see, I have the tiniest little scraps of this paper left, especially this barbecue themed piece, because today I'm going to show you a whole variety of projects in which I use this piece. And this is all I have left of this paper, so I'm definitely going to be ordering more of this. Now, of these pieces here, let me show you the back side. So you've got some really cool designs that go with this collection. But the neatest thing about this designer series paper are these punch outs. So this is something new. I've never seen this before in one of our designer series papers. And so for our project today, I'm going to go ahead and take this one out right here because all of the projects I'm going to share with you today have a barbecue theme to them. And so this is going to be perfect for project number one. So although this suite has dies that coordinate with it, for project number one, I'm going to bring in some dies from the Beautiful Shapes dies collection. And I'll be using these 3 dies here. For project number one, we're going to make a series of tags. These 2 real red circles were made using this die, and then this was made using this die out of basic black, and then this white one was made out of this die. And again, all of these 3 dies come from the Beautiful Shapes die set. So I'm going to take out my Memento ink, and then the first stamp that I'm going to use is this one here that says Hello Handsome. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and then I'm going to stamp right in the middle of the circle. Then I'm going to get out some large dimensionals. I'll pop a couple of dimensionals on the back. And then I'm going to mount this right in the center of this red circle. Okay, so that's tag number 1. All right, for tag number 2, I'm going to go ahead and use this one here. We'll be using this and this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this piece, I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back of it. And then I'm going to mount this on here so that you just see the 2 black edges framing the sides of this tag, like that. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. I'm going to turn this around and put this right in the center. All right, so we have our first 2 tags completed. You can see by using this pre-printed tag, it's really quick and simple. Okay, so our 2 tags are done, and now to share with you what we're gonna do with them, we're gonna take a large can of barbecue Pringles, okay? And then we need an 8 3/4 by 12 inch piece of the He's the Man designer series paper. So I'm gonna turn this over, and then I'm gonna use some tear and tape, and I'm gonna put tear and tape on both of the edges. Next, I'm going to make sure and remove the top of the Pringles can. Then I'm going to take off the backing here. I'm going to line this up so that it lines up with the bottom here. I'm not going to worry so much about the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around the can. Then we're going to finish this really simply. We're going to go ahead and take the plastic cover. Then we're going to take our tag that says Hello Handsome. I'm going to place a couple of dimensionals. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover that up. Okay, so when this can is open, then the little handsome Pringles man face will appear. But for now, we're going to cover that up. And then on the front of the can here, this is where we're going to put our other tag. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back, in the center, peel this off, and then line that up, and I'll place that right there. And there you go, this project is done. Let's move on to our next project. So we have some brand new Peekaboo treat bags. Now these are perfect for putting some little treats in. And so to keep in the barbecue themed, I filled one with some barbecue almonds, they're smokehouse almonds, and then I filled this one with some barbecue trail mix. So now I'm gonna make 2 simple tags to put on these little favors. For the trail mix, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this image here of the compass. Every day with you is another adventure. So that's going to be perfect for the trail mix. And then for the smokehouse almonds, I'm going to stamp this tag here that says, Holy smokes, you're amazing. Then using the dies that coordinate with this suite, I'm gonna go ahead and die cut these two shapes out. And the end result will look like this. For our trail mix tag, we're gonna take a brand new punch called the Decorative Circle Punch, and I'm gonna punch out a piece from early espresso cardstock. Then I'm gonna go ahead and glue these together. I'm gonna go ahead and embellish this with one of our brand new Rustic metallic adhesive back dots. And so that will complete this tag here. Now for this tag here, I'm gonna use a scrap of Cajun Craze cardstock, and then I'm gonna punch a punch using our rectangle postage stamp punch. For the next layer on this one, I'm gonna just add a little scrap of that really cute barbecue themed DSP. I'm gonna put some adhesive on the back, and I'm gonna glue that to the rectangle punch. Okay, then I'm gonna take and put some dimensionals and add this to the top of our tag. Okay, so the two tags are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab our snacks. So on the smoky almonds, I'm gonna place some dimensionals. And I'm gonna adhere that right there. And then on the trail mix, add a couple of dimensionals here. And we're gonna add that right there. So what I found is when you put your little treat in here, it makes the bags kind of bulky. And so what I thought would be a fun idea is to package these together and place them in a little box. So that's what I'm gonna show you how to do next. So I have a 3 by 6 inch piece of basic black cardstock. I'm gonna go ahead and score it at 1 and 2 on the 3 inch side. And then I'm gonna turn it, and on the 6 inch side, I'm gonna score it at 1 and 5. And that's gonna form the little box to hold our treat bags. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the ends. And then I've creased all the lines so that it's all ready to put together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some adhesive here on the center. And then I'm gonna fold in the flap. And I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay. And then I'm gonna put adhesive here and here and seal up the bottom of this little box. Okay, so this is the little bottom of our box. I'm gonna turn this on the side. And then my very final little scraps of paper is 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive on it. And then I'm just going to decorate the sides of our little box bottom. So this is really, really simple to make. And what I love about this is that this is the perfect little box to take 2 of our little smoky treats, our little barbecue themed treats, and we're gonna stick them in here like that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of our 6 by 8 cellophane bags, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this little box bottom and I'm gonna slide it into the bottom of the bag. Okay. And then I'm gonna take the 2 treats, stick them in the bag like this. And then we're gonna bunch them together. Now, it's not really quite enough to like tie a bow, but this really doesn't look like the type of project that you'd wanna add a bow on. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to fold it down and fold it down again. And you could seal it with a stapler, you could put a little bit of washi tape. The thing that I did is I made these little mustache clothespins with a retired mustache die that I had and some extra scrap paper, and I just made a little closure like that. Now it does have these little pieces that are sticking out on the side here, and so all I'm going to do is just grab some Scotch tape, and I'm just going to grab a little piece of Scotch tape and I'm going to go ahead and tape it down on the right side and tape it down on the left side. Okay, so you have a favor that's cute on both sides because I put mustaches on both sides, and that completes project number 2. For the final project, I'm going to show you a really quick tag and something really fun that I did with it. So I have this essential tag that I punched out of Cajun Craze, and then I have a 3/4 by 1 5/8 of the Designer Series paper, So I'm gonna place some adhesive on the back here, glue this down. And then I have another tag that I stamped and die cut that says, "Holy smokes, you're amazing." So I'm gonna place this right here. Now you'll notice that this tag does not have a hole in it. So if you have a piercing tool, you can go ahead and pierce it using a piercing tool and a piercing mat. Or if you have the Label Me Fancy punch, that's a punch that looks like this. You have both a slit and then this little hole here that you can add. So I'm gonna just slide this into the center and punch out a little hole. All right, and so then what I did with this tag is my neighbor makes the most amazing barbecue sauce. I'll put a link in the video description on where you can purchase it, but it's really good, sweet and spicy barbecue sauce that I just love. And so what I asked is if I could order from them some little mini bottles. So these were perfect for my barbecue themed event. And so what I did with that tag is I went ahead and used that same 6x8 bag. I put the barbecue sauce in here, I taped the bottom, and then I just sealed everything together with a little tie, and then I added my little tag on there. And then you have a perfect little barbecue themed party favor. All right, well, these 3 projects are done. And then I just wanna show you one other little bonus project that I created using this products from this suite. And that's this little water bottle project. So I just wrapped a little water bottle using this cute designer series paper. I added a stamped tag that I die cut some circles. It says, "Hello Handsome." And now I have a completed set of little favors and treats for my barbecue themed event. Well, I hope you like these projects. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. I look forward to stamping with you again soon, so I hope you'll come back and check out my next video. Until then, aloha.